You guys do. Woo! And she's gonna fight for it like you guys will. Woo! And guys, that's what we're up against right now, right? Yeah. This is the first time in American history where you get into more trouble for opening your business to feed your family than you do for burning down someone else's. Yeah. Ooh. Right?
True motherfuckers!
You know, I'd make the joke with the media's here. I'd say it's great to be in the state of Alaska here, but this isn't the Biden campaign, right? It's great to be back in Michigan, and we're gonna win Michigan again! Yeah! Thank you, guys!
That's awesome.
I love you too, and that's okay, right? You look like a very handsome man, so it's good. Timberly, is that okay? Legit, all right. Well, guys, thank you all for being here. You know, I was talking to my father earlier, telling him what we're doing tonight. He was just so appreciative of the enthusiasm and everything that everyone's coming out with right now. It's just awesome. You see it day in and day out. You guys trusted Donald Trump in 2016, and he delivered for you. And when you see the platform of the other side, man, it's scary. It's scary, and I mean, I get it. I mean, Michigan is a stronghold, you know, the blue dog Democrats, working class Democrats. What does this party represent that it used to? Nothing. This is not your grandparents' Democrat party anymore, guys. These guys want to take away your rights. You can't go to work. You can't go to church. Your kids can't go to school. If you want to loot and riot, that's okay. That's okay. You get an exemption for that. You can't catch COVID if you're looting and rioting, right? You can't make this nonsense up anymore. Okay, we can do it. You want to do this, sir? Come on up here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But guys, you have a very, very clear choice coming up in November. You have Donald Trump, who made promises, like a lot of our politicians have in 2016, and kept them. Or you have Joe Biden, or Kamala Harris, really, who has been making promises to you for half a century in D.C. If Joe Biden could have fixed it by now, he would have. Why would you wait half a century to get going, Joe?
You guys good?
Oh, it's very sleepy.
Try not to block her.
Very sleepy, Joe.
Hey, stop feeling that way.
I know.
But guys,
love you guys.
Love you too, man. God bless and rock and roll.
No, hey, how about a USA?
I was looking at the drink. I'm like, oh, the drink. No, that's a cool shirt. I saw a pink.
Imagine doing that at a fight rally.
Oh yeah,
They beat you over the head with a brick.
I'm about to make a video. I can put my hand up high and I can hear.
But guys,
plus
this
it'll
is
be on
sort of the
YouTube
amazing
anyway.
thing. I recently wrote a book. And
not mine?
the purpose of the book was during quarantine. One of the only things that came out of quarantine. Again, I couldn't go to work, couldn't go to church, kids couldn't go to school.
12 more years.
It's not really
12
my
more
thing.
years.
So I had all this free time where I was stuck at home, forced to be there. And I was stuck with Kimberly. I know, listen, it's not easy. I understand, right? See, that guy's nodding. He's like, that guy's an idiot.
Let's hold up the flag a little bit.
I was stuck with Kimberly, and that was fun for a day or two, and then I said, I gotta get back to work. I gotta do something. So I started looking at the guy that we are running against. And I couldn't believe how much I found. I mean, think about it. I'm not an author. I don't do this for a living. It's sort of amazing. I'm looking at the opponent that we have, and I said, I can't believe there's an industry called journalism, and they are not interested in looking at any of these things. For example, can you imagine what would happen if Donald Trump Jr., like Hunter Biden, took $1.5 billion from the Chinese government? You think that'd be a problem? You know, just so you guys know, the fun, how that is, right? 2% management fee is pretty typical. That means that the Biden family is taking in $30 million a year, annual, from the Chinese government. You think Joe Biden's gonna crack down on China now?
No.
By the way, speaking of China, you're from the state of Michigan. Joe Biden has destroyed more working class and manufacturing jobs than probably any politician living or dead in this country. He supported NAFTA. He then lied about it and said George Bush did it, even though he supported it 8 years before George Bush was president. He then reaffirmed that support in 2007. But again, the media won't call him out. It's why I had to write a book, because they refuse to do their job.
Nice shirt.
They're not in the business on reporting on Democrats. They're in the business of being Democrat activists. So guys like us, you and me, we have to talk and we have to have this conversation. But between NAFTA, between TPP, between pushing for China's permanent status in the World Trade Organization, Joe Biden has done and decimated American manufacturing. But he's gonna have you believe that now, after half a century, he's gonna change things? Is anyone that stupid? Good, just making sure, because I'm watching it on TV and I'm saying, I can't believe it. It's like last week. Joe Biden, he goes to Pennsylvania. It was the one time he came out of his lair. You know, the basement den. He can't leave it because it's too troubling. He can do an event for about half an hour and then he has to go back and hide and recover for 3 days. This guy's gonna do great as president, people. It's gonna be great. It's not a very time-consuming job. So Joe comes out of the basement and he goes to the great state of Pennsylvania. And to the people, he had a crowd, but it was like 3 people. It was like if you put like this gangplank, it was 3 people, you know, they're in the circle, so it's like ridiculous. You can't make this crap up. I mean, this guy's gonna lead America. I mean, how's this guy gonna do against Putin?
I'm glad you came.
Not so good. Not so good. He's already been carrying China's water for 5 decades, so that's not gonna change. But
could be.
he pushed for China's permanent status in the World Trade Organization. He's going to come to you and say he's going to fix things in Michigan. He destroys Michigan. His policies created that. The only thing that Joe Biden ever created and the only job he ever made was for people in China.
Probably. Look at all that stuff on that boat.
America's only export for the last 50 years has been your American dream. And Joe Biden sent it there, but he's gonna do it differently now. But again, so Joe goes to Pennsylvania, he goes to a lovely group of 3 or 4 people and says, I'm not against fracking.
No?
Wow. Wow, I'm amazed. It's like point number 1 on your platform, Joe, that you're gonna shut down all new fracking. How many people fact-checked him? 0. How many people reported that was false? 0. And that's the difference, guys. That's why this kind of organic support is so important. That's why we need you guys, because Joe Biden and the radical left is trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Joe Biden is that camouflage, right? Oh, it's Moderate Joe from Scranton. Oh, I can hear that all day long.
USA! 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 Whoa, careful. Wait around.